This is a brief presentation regarding the history of the Starfighter 632 from the Royal Norwegian Air Force. In 1973, the Norwegian 334 in Bodø acquired 22 Canadian Starfighters to replace its F-5s. On completion of the deployment, Norway operated all its F-104s from Bodø, which proved operational and logistical very efficient. During the Cold War, the Norwegian Air Force was highly influenced by sharing a border with the Soviet Union. There was no question about who the enemy was, and the Starfighters in Bodø scrambled and intercepted Soviet airplanes to defend Norwegian airspace. It was an era represented by enthusiastic and patriotic servicemen. A young Arvid was one of them. He was a licensed technician on Spitfire, F-84 Thunderjet, F-86 Sabre, F-5 Freedom Fighter, F-104 Starfighter, and finally the F-16 that Norway took out of service as late as 2022. After spending 41 years of his life preparing for war against the Warsaw Pact, he retired as a major in 1994. Just a couple of years after the Soviet Union collapsed. The two-seater 632 was one of 25 F-104s decommissioned to Stavanger in November 1982. Mr. Lihaug, who already had saved an F-86F from the scrap heap in early 1970, succeeded in securing a personal sponsorship of 632 to Bergen. The Air Force accepted the sponsorship under strict order that 632 should under no circumstance be started, taxied, flown or operated in any manner. As the video reveals, Mr. Lihaug was not entirely in compliance with that agreement. The legal owner of 632 was the Norwegian Air Force Museum. They quickly picked up that my father stretched the rules, but they chose to turn a blind eye. After all, they would not stop the positive promotion of the Air Force. 632 was always a popular ground attraction at local air shows. My father enjoyed taxiing close to the spectators, creating as much J-79 jet noise as he thought he could get away with. To my knowledge, he never had any complaints. On the other hand, the Air Force was quite used to receiving complaints for flying too low over residential areas. Some complainers threatened legal action, but the case was often settled when the pilot politely apologized over the phone. In the case of a female complainer, he sometimes also had to send flowers to make everyone happy. Major Lihaug spent much time scrounging for spare parts and even more time keeping the aircraft systems operational. All stories come to an end though. During fall 1988, he and his trusted handyman, Mr. Solberg, prepared the 632 to be picked up by a Norwegian C-130. These scenes are from the day 632 was loaded in, strapped down and shipped to the new owner in the United States. Only a few weeks later, Lihhaug was reportedly observed both in Stavanger and Bodø looking for another decommissioned starfighter replacing 632. He succeeded in securing 801, a single-seater also from the 334 squadron in Bodø. I have plenty of clips from 801, but that will be a story for some other time. The new owner of 632 was the American Rick Sweatkoff. He acquired a fleet of 3 starfighters, making them all available to government and commercial customers. He is allegedly still CEO, employing 10 to 15 people in Florida. Here we can see 632 airborne and with new colors over the United States. Major Lihhaug was invited to Florida to assist with the FAA certification process in 1989. Unfortunately, he had to decline due to legal conflicts of interest since he was still in active service at that time. 632 now has the civilian tail number November 104 Romeo Bravo. Provided you hold a valid FAA pilot license and a thick wallet, you can buy flight time in 632, a starfighter which has intercepted numerous Soviet MiGs testing the Norwegian air defenses during the Cold War. I guess that would be a great experience for any pilot. If you would like to learn more about the history of the Norwegian starfighters, I will leave a link below. Thank you for watching.